Hi and welcome to the show. My name's Baz the Bard and I've been joined as always by James Ashall. Hi James.
Good evening. How we doing?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Hot. It's a lovely 30 degrees. Well, it's 22 at this moment in time, and it's 9:30 in the evening, so
Yeah,
feeling it a little bit.
yeah, it's gonna be it's even hotter this week. It's yeah, we're in for a scorchy one. So we are covering week 2 of Blitz season 5. Where are we going, James?
All over the place, I guess, is the best way to say it. We kind of missed one last week, so apologies to that, but we'll obviously cover it this week. So we've got one to cover from last week. We've then got another 7 to cover from this week, so we are all over the place quite literally. After that, we'll do our lovely weather report to give you an update on the map to see where certain heroes are winning. We'll go off to Nats Nationals again as a reminder of when that is, and then we'll finish up with what's coming for next week on Skirmish.
Indeed. Right. So let's go and cover what we missed.
Yes.
And that is Red Dice Games in Edinburgh. So really sorry about sorry about this. You know, I'm having trouble with the search function on LSS's website. It's not great. Searching by distance and not by date is it's never great. No. So Red Dice Games Edinburgh. So top 4 was Chain, a Dash, a Kano, and an Oldhim. Mm-hmm. This is pretty much all the information I've got. I don't know who the players were. All I know is who won, and who won was Oldhim, and that was by Yongjin Jan. It was reported in the week's roundup, and thanks to Jack Church for confirming who was in the top 4 and giving me a kick up the arse to say that basically I missed it. So I'm really sorry I did. But we've got there in the end, which is the main thing. So that was the week before. That was week 1.
What happened to guess the winner there?
Well, I never had a finalist. James, who do you reckon won between these 4?
I got rolled in, mate.
Nice. You're on 1-0. Brilliant. Well done, dude.
Amazing. Did well there.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit unfair to guess between 4. Right, okay.
No. 1 in 4 chance. It makes it more challenging.
Yeah, you got it right. Well done, dude. No, nice. Amazing. I should do this in future. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And everybody else who followed at home, if you picked Oldham, well done. Right, brilliant. Okay, let's crack on. So, we're off to Fistful of Dice. This was on the Tuesday. 11 players, 9 heroes in total. So 2 Bravos, 2 Islanders, a Benji, which is always your favourite, James.
Always.
Briar, the Dory Quicksilver, Dramaya Fire, Kasai, which is my favourite, and Oldhim. Making it into the top 4 though, is a Bravo, a Fi, a Kasai. I'll cock that up. What have I done? There should be an Islander there.
2 Fis. 2 Fis and Kasai the Bravo.
The sign of things to come. So it should be Bravo, Fi, Kasai, and an Islander. Okay, that's who it should be.
We need to do a blooper reel here.
I should be getting better at this, not fucking worse. Right. So, Jacob Clements on Kasai, Oliver Griffin on Islander, Simon Clayton on Fi, and Ben Hall on Bravo. Okay, that's who we had. Okay. So the finalists. Okay. So the finalists were Jacob Clements on Kasai and Oliver Griffin on Islander. Okay. Now Jacob Clements came second at the RTN at Rule 0 in London with an Oldham deck. I think he played. He played that versus Jamie Faulkner. Okay. So who do you reckon? Islander or Kasai?
Just depends how quickly Islander gets frostbite. So I'll go Kasai. I think it's a stronger deck.
Okay, Kasai traditionally has trouble against wizards. Okay, so Islander won this one. Right. Okay. So well done to Oliver Griffin for winning that. Thanks to Jacob Clements, Darren Stokes, and Oliver himself for giving me all the info. And we've even got his deck list. So if you want to take Islander to a Skirmish Blitz event, this is what Oliver won with.
Ooh, lovely.
So I hope everyone can see that. So he has 17 reds, 23 blues, and 20 ice in total.
Oh wow.
So he's got quite a few ways to get his little frostbites out and hit you with hit you with some arcane in your turn. He's got the frost hexes there for a big finish if he can get both of those out. But it is a bit of a race. But obviously he won that one versus Kasai. So well done, Oliver. So yeah. So what do you think?
Yeah, interesting. Like, I guess like Iceland is still that underrated hero, isn't it? That we've just not seen too much of yet. So we are seeing a lot more of it now because it's starting to get figured out a bit more. But right at the start of Uprising, it sort of you wanted to make it work, and it was like, oh cool, I want to make Icelander work. But now we're seeing it getting figured out. We're seeing it pick up a few more wins. Especially in like the RTN draft season when we were saying like Icelander really wasn't being represented well.
Yeah.
Even in CC, people were picking it up, but it wasn't doing great. Now we're starting to see it a bit more in the Blitz side, people working it out how to build it. So yeah, it's good. It's good to see more diversity.
Yeah, but at the end of Blitz season 4, she was winning quite a few games.
Okay.
So she was doing well then, but it's a case of new meta and people go back to aggro. So now it's kind of like settled down a little bit. It's kind of like pick up Icelander again. Remember how good she was in the last season. But yeah,
with the additional new stuff like your Coronet Peaks, your Frost Hexes, Hypothermias, all of those kind of things. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, she could work. Yeah, she could win before. There's quite a cool deck by Ragamuffin Man goes on about trying to get extra frostbites when somebody cracks your frostbite.
Okay.
I'm not a wizard player, but if you're a wizard player, I'd go check out that deck tech, and you'll probably understand what he's talking about. So that was the winning deck. So well done, Oliver. Okay, so then we're off to the venue in Plymouth, and this was on the Thursday. So 12 players spread across 10 different heroes. So Land of Fire, it seems, 1 Bravo, 1 Briar, Dorinthia, an original Dorinthia that was. Dromai, Ira. Ira's come back.
Yeah, Ira's a nice one.
Yeah, Kano has raised his head. Lexi, Prism, and Rhinar. So Kano did well in season 4 as well.
I remember I lost to it.
Yeah, you just can't sideboard for loads of different heroes. So Kano was good. It's just Viserai just tend to take over from him. So let's move on. So in the finals we have a Briar, a Dorinthia, a Fi, and a Lexi. So Adam James was on Lexi, Harry Gilliat was on Dorinthia, Caelan Dale was on Briar, and Nathan Eastwood was on Fi. So we have a Briar versus Fi. So a total aggro final. Okay, so who can out aggro the other? Who do you reckon?
Fi. I reckon Fi, I think.
If
Fi wins the dice roll, it's going to opt to go second, and I think it just wins from there. I think this is down to who won the dice roll, but I'll go Fi.
It was Fi. So congratulations to Nathan Eastwood for winning that. So well done, mate. You're on fire.
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1. Yeah, well done. So thanks to Nathan Eastwood and Caelan Dale for confirming all the results there. Yeah, Fi is on fire. He's doing well. Was kicking ass in CC, and then he's still holding his own in Blitz. So let's rattle on. Highlander Games in Dundee. So lot of players.
This is a nice one.
Yeah. So loads of players for this one. 20 players spread through 15 heroes. So 3 Bravos, a Briar, a Dash, a Fi. Benji only got 1. Dory Quicksilver, 1 Icelander, 1 Kano, 1 Kasai, 1 KO. So there was 2 brute players.
Yeah.
So living the brute life. KO can, if he gets the right role, we saw that. We saw that last
ridiculous
time. Yeah. So top 4 out of all that was top 8. Top 8. Yeah, top 8 here. So 2 Bravos, 1 Benji, 1 Bolton, 1 Dash, 1 Kano, 1 Kasai, and a KO.
Yep.
So yeah, all the aggro decks have got through.
Yeah, still super diverse. I wouldn't even want to stab what is top 4 here.
Well, let's see. Okay, top 4. 2 Bravo, a
Benji disappeared.
Yeah. So 2 Bravos, 2 Kano, and a KO. It's a bit of a tongue twister. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
Thing is, sort of like Bravo's good into any of these. You know what I mean? He's got plenty of blues versus Kano, and KO. He should have some. He should have some defense reactions anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, he's looking. The Bravo players are actually looking all right for this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on a Bravo we had Galen Yordanov and Callum Burkett. They were both on Bravo. David McCallan on Kano and Joel Renson on KO.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the people that got through, Callum Burkett on Bravo, and he is an RTN qualifier from Mox in the Hole,
Cool.
from in Edinburgh. So well done, Callum, for coming through in there. So who do you reckon? So Bravo versus Kano.
I don't know. I'll go Bravo.
Bravo did win. Well done.
Yes.
Callum Burkett. Congratulations, mate. Well done on your win. Thanks to Declan Patrick and Callum Burkett for providing the information for this one. So, yeah, Bravo's doing well.
I think it's one of those with Kano, you're either going off or you're not. And I think against like pressure from Bravo, I think Kano would just struggle because it would be very short on turns to actually do something. So it's either go off or lose, I think.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, like Bravo's got the blues to just, you know, okay,
pitch as
I'll
well.
just pitch a blue and I'll just swing my hammer for 4.
Yeah.
Or they'll, you know, most of the time versus Kano, they're actually playing sledge. So they're kind of like pitching, you know, 2 blues to hit for 4. So yeah, can do it that way. Okay. So 20 players. Well done.
Yeah, that's good. Good turnout. Wow, another 20 players.
Darksphere. That's wrong. So only 18 players.
Okay.
18 players spread across 12 heroes. It's really good. I can really spot my mistakes when I look back on things.
It's great. Bloopers real. I'm telling you.
So so we had the land of ice of fire earlier, and the land of Bravo. Now we've got Icelander and Kasai. So one's a really good. The thing is, Kasai's just steady. She's steady damage, constant pressure, and waiting for her specialization to kick off. Was it blood on her hands, waiting for that to kick off? And if you can get Minerva out, it's even better.
One Azalea.
Yeah, one Azalea. So an Alexi, a KO, a Katsu, a Phi. So a really nice spread. You know, a really nice spread of characters, or heroes, I should say. I don't know why I keep saying characters. Right, how that translates into the top 8. See, I've got a top 8 here. It's awesome. So Buggerlugs was streaming.
No Azalea.
Yeah,
no Azalea.
Buggerlugs was streaming, so I got the lot. So 3 Icelanders made it into the top 8. They just, it was a cold day in London, that's for sure. So 3 Icelanders, a Briar, a Dorinthia, a Kasai, a KO, and a Rhinar.
2 brutes who? Interesting.
Yeah, 2 brutes. It's a brute day. People living the brute life and made it into the top 8. So how that translates into the top 4? Where did all the Icelanders go?
Oh, they died.
There was no mirrors, that's for sure. So
definitely melted and passed on.
Yeah, so we've got Yang Nguyen. He was on Dory, and he was the RTN winner from Dice Saloon in Brighton. Shen Ang on Kasai. He was 9th in Mana Screw, and then he got into the top 8 at Rule 0. It was either Rule 0 or Bad Moon. He made it into the top 8. So he's definitely a player that's sort of like, you know, climbing with experience. So he wasn't around last season, so he's quite a new player. He's come from Digimon, and he's starting to know his way around Flesh and Blood, and he's definitely a player to watch. That's for sure. Steve Broder on KO, Simon Luthi on Rhinar, and he was a top 4 RTN at Fanboy 3 in Greater Manchester. So Simon likes to travel around. He's in London this week. He went up to Greater Manchester. So, well done, fella, for travelling. So, we have Dorinthia in the final with Yang Nguyen, and Kasai in the final with Shen. So, a double warrior final. Dory is a bit more explosive and can really punish your blocking. And Kasai is just constant pressure.
Yeah, it has a lot of armor, and it can have some really good saber turns as well. Ooh.
It's who blocks the worst.
Yeah. It's like they both got insane armor. They both could like refresh dynamos like consistently as well. Like with their I'll go Kasai. I'm gonna go Kasai, I think.
Well done, Kasai won. Well done, dude. What are you on? 4-1 now?
4-1.
4-1. Awesome.
I think my thinking with that is just like I feel like it'd just be able to pressure a lot more with like slice and dice cards and just be able to get the 2 attacks in. Obviously Dory's going to go the 1 big attack, which is great.
Yeah.
But I feel like the double attack with the sabers and then the obviously buffs that go with it, I felt it'd just be like too much to block. Like there wouldn't be enough armor and then plus cards from hand, and I felt like the Dory player would be sort of struggling just to keep up with the damage that Kasai was putting out. That was my theory. I could be totally wrong, but that's based on what I saw previously, like from Battle Hardened from Skirmish earlier this year. That's how I felt Kasai played.
Yeah, Kasai's a bit more resource efficient because she gets that second attack for free. So yeah, whereas Dory can be a little bit hampered sometimes. So that was Dark Sphere. So thanks to Buglugs. Buglugs streamed the entire event. So if you want to catch up on some of those games, go and find him on Twitch and YouTube. Thanks for that, Sean. Next, we're off to Excalibur Gaming. This is in Taunton. 8 players, 5 heroes. We have the breakdown is 3 Fi. So there is a lot of Fi. You go down to Devon area. It's the land of Fi. Seems to be they like the ninjas down there. So 3 Fi, 2 Lexi, 1 Azalea, 1 Kasai, and a Prism.
I know what I'm hoping to see. Just for it, I want to see Azalea top 4 or Azalea final. I want to see it.
I wouldn't bet your house on that, mate.
No, I'm not betting my house. Alex got already. What a surprise! It just needs something, doesn't it? Bless Azalea.
Yeah. So 2 Fi, 1 Kasai, and a Lexi. Okay, so we have Tom Evans on Fi, Tim McCarthy on Fi, Marcus Archer on Lexi, and Jamie Fowler on Kasai. Okay, so we have a Fi versus Kasai final.
Ooh. Kasai. It's got more armor. I think it'll block out easier against the aggression and then crack harder.
Okay, you're now 4-2. All right. So Fi won. So Tom Evans on Fi won that one. So thank you to Nathan Eastwood and Marcus Archer for confirming all those results. Cheers. Thank you very much.
It sounded like my RTM result now, 4-2.
Start off well. The thing is, you start hitting the top blocks for a Swiss. They're harder, mate.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Fanboy. This is on Sunday. So, Fanboy 3, Greater Manchester. 12 players.
How many guys under?
Yeah, 12 players spread across 6 heroes. So, it's cold. It's cold. But there's Fi, Alexi, Benji, Dorinthia, and Kasai. So, you've got your favourite. I've got my favourite in there. Let's see how they do.
They don't.
Okay.
The moment you see that much Icelander in a Benji, I'm like, yeah, no. No chance.
Okay, so we've got Matt Light on Icelander. So he was the finalist at the RTN at Underworld Games. Okay, Rob Catton, Icelander. RTN top 4 in Underworld Games and Bearded Card Trader. Layla Green, Fi, top 4 RTN at EH Gaming in York. Mitch Hewson on Lexi, top 4 RTN in Jester Games. So
stacked. This is what Nationals is going to
be. If you go to Fanboy, expect some tough competition. Oh my God. So everyone who made it into the top 4 are all RTN qualifiers. So we have, even though there was 5 Icelanders, they didn't make it into the final. Okay.
Really? So 5 Lexi.
Yeah. Okay, so it is Layla Green on Fi. So she's the partner of Rob. So they must be just practicing. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they played one another. But why would you do that?
I
You-
don't want to upset your partner, you know.
No, you'd have a competition between yourselves, mate. You're like, right, okay, yeah, you're doing dinners for the week if you lose this.
make a side bet, yeah.
Yeah. So Layla Green on 5 and Mitch Hewson on Lexi. So where you going?
I don't really know. I just got the last 5 one wrong. But if Lexi's running the Frostbite, it's obviously going to really restrict Fi. I'll go Lexi purely because I think Lexi flip is... Lexi's not broken, but I think Lexi's ability just being able to turn a card and give you your opponent a Frostbite is really strong because you don't sort of have to do much for it other than Arsenal and Ice card. I'll go Lexi on this one.
Lexi. Okay, so now you're 4 and 3. So,
Really? Okay.
Yeah, congratulations, Layla. Well done. Your first win for a skirmish. So yeah, the play testing that you must be doing with Rob is really playing off. So yeah, congratulations, Layla. Well done.
It's the aggression at 3-5, just like so much that any sort of disruption, it just doesn't care about them. I wonder.
Thing is, it's a bit like Benji. It only needs to go off one turn. You only need one massive turn. Lexi kind of like needs constant pressure. Maybe we are seeing Lexi do better at classic constructed because the consistency, you get more consistency there. If you get an off turn in Blitz, you're done and dusted. So thanks to Matt Light and Mitch Hewson for confirming all this. So that was Fanboy. Geek Retreat Bristol. 9
Benjis.
Yeah, 9 players, 6 heroes. So 2 Benjis, 2 Dramai, 2 Valda. So
it's a new one.
Yeah. 1 Kasai, 1 Katsu, and an Oldhim.
The Benji dream.
You better cross your fingers.
It's gonna be
cross your fingers and toes, mate.
It's gonna be gone, isn't it? Oh, it's still on.
Okay, so Sam Parry on Benji, Mark Warren on Kasai. So he was a top 8 qualifier, top 8 placement in ProQuest Living Realms. Liam Hall on Valda and Ollie Cornish on Valda. So Ollie is the chap who basically made the potion Starvo deck.
I remember that day. That was crazy.
Yeah, it did really well at Kingdom, and everyone went, "Oh my god, what's this potion?" And he played it all the way through. So yeah,
I remember that.
Okay, so finalists though.
Benji.
Benji was in there. Yeah.
Yes.
Benji versus so Sam Parry on Benji, Mark Warren on Kasai. Okay, so where are you going?
Benji.
Okay, so this game wasn't actually played.
Okay.
It was basically decided on playmats. Okay, but the concession was Mark Warren won with Kasai.
What a load of rubbish.
So you're 4 and 4.
How could it be 4 and 4? It wasn't even played.
Yeah, it was. It was played for playmats. That's what it was played. Okay, so that was a playmat game, and because I won, so I won that one. All right.
What is this? This is a farce. Been stitched up here.
Okay, reroll games, Navan in Ireland. Okay, sorry, Ollie Cornish supplied all the results for Geek Retreat Bristol. Cheers, Ollie. Thank you. Reroll games in the van, 15 players. Now I don't have a breakdown. It was quite late on the Sunday. I basically went through, my player list on Discord, and I hit up Evil GM. His name is John Butler. I just hit him up on a whim, just going, "Have you got anything on this?" And he came back. The bloke's an absolute star. He just went, "Yeah, I've got the top 8. I've got this. I've got that." So I was just like, "Oh my god, thank you very much."
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
Top 8, 2 Briar, 2 Dash, 1 Azalea. Oh my god, Azalea made it in. 1 Ira, a Kano, and a Kasai. Okay, but did Azalea make it into the top 4?
No.
You are correct. So top 4, 2 Dash, 1 Kano, and a Kasai. So Dylan Thompson on Dash. So he was an RTN finalist at Reroll Games at this place at the beginning of the RTN season. And then he won the next week at Underworld Gaming in Dublin. Okay. So a very consistent player. Kieran Harrigan, who's on Kano. He's the Ragamuffin Man on YouTube.
Okay.
and check him out for his Icelander deck tech and other things. Adam Rice on Dash and Vincent Barr on Kasai. So the finalists were Dylan Thompson on Dash and Kieran Harrigan on Kano. Kano versus Dash.
I'll go for the Muffin Man.
Ragamuffin Man.
Yeah, on Kano.
Dude, you're 4 and 5. You're letting it slip. It's slipped away from you now. So Dylan Thompson pulls it out again. So yes, now he's added Skirmish Season 5 winner to his little rostrum of wins. So well done there, Dylan. That is it. That is all the games covered. So
I did terrible.
Yeah, you didn't do very well, did you? So 4 and 5. 4 and 5, mate. So yeah,
4 and 5.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Maybe next year I might qualify.
If you get a winning record, I'll chuck you a booster, all right?
Amazing.
So, how did everybody do at home? Did you have a winning record on Guess the Wins or not? If you had a winning record, leave us a comment. Well done. So, off to the map time, yeah? So, let's see how the map has shaped the UK.
To look interesting.
Okay, so the bigger ones are the ones that happened this week. The smaller ones are the ones that happened last week. Okay.
Yep.
So everything pretty much happened down south this week. It was just like Devon just decided to stick all their games on in 1 week. So so 2 Fies and a Kasai over in London and an Icelander down in
Southampton? Is that Southampton?
Where did Icelander win? Fistful of Dice. So yeah, it's around there. No, Fistful of Dice is Brighton way. It's got to be Brighton
Portsmouth.
way. Portsmouth, that's it. Yeah, Portsmouth. Sorry for everybody. Yeah, don't say Southampton to a Pompey dude. You're gonna get lynched.
All right, I say I'm completely banned from anywhere south now.
Yeah. So so if you're from Portsmouth, please subscribe, and if you're from Southampton, please don't unsubscribe.
What is this week?
Because there's lots to go through, mate. Okay,
yeah,
so I think pretty much the South is all done. It's all wrapped up for the South. They've had a bucket load of games. So yeah, it's quite interesting though. Guardians in Scotland seem to be ruling the day. Oldham and Bravo have now won up there. Ice is coming back to Scotland. So, but let's crack on. The Nationals, 17th to the 18th of September at Dark Sphere in Shepherd's Bush. Day 1 is invite only for the Nationals. So I think 31 players have qualified through XP. So if you're one of the lucky 31, well done. Hopefully everybody's attending. I know sort of like people are talking about hotels and stuff around there. Hotels around about 350 quid for the weekend. But if you can get a tube, you could go from further out than Shepherd's Bush and probably find something a bit cheaper. Team Classic Constructed, Ultimate Pit Fight, and Team Blitz are the side events. So anybody can enter these. So if you want to take part in Nationals, come on down, take part. Sunday, Nationals Day 2. Now I think this is going to be the top 24. It was last year. Top 24 all get some money. So if you make Day 2 and it's the top 24, well done. You've paid for some of your stay. Otherwise, if you haven't made Day 2, anyone can go into the Pro Tour Invitational, so that's well worth going for. Stay for the weekend. Full box team sealed, Commoner and Ultimate Pit Fight for the side events. Again, that's open to everyone. Gaming on both days is going on until 10:30 in the evening, so quite late. So if you're part of Team Blitz, expect that to go on till quite late in the evening, and Ultimate Pit Fight for Day 2. So good luck to everybody attending there, and all the very best to you. But where are we going next week?
I don't know. Where are we going next week, Baz?
Look at that. There is an absolute bucket load of games again. So Friday. 1, 2, 3, 4,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, 10 next week. Jesus.
Yeah, starting on a Friday. Gaming in York. So they have a very good turnout for their events normally. So good luck to everybody going there. Saturday, Living Realms in Castleford. I would expect quite a lot here. You know, the Heart of Fab. They always have a big turnout for their events. I expect this to be, you know, no different. Should be quite hotly contested. Seventh Dimension in Belfast. So is it going to be Dylan Thompson again, or Ian Holland, or there's another chap and I forgot his name. He's another big name over there. Saturday also Nerd Shack Great Manchester, Alpha Games in Stanton, Kingdom Gaming in Northampton. And then Sunday, we've got Geek Retreat Glasgow, ProTech Games in Stockton-on-Tees. So that's Lee Dalton. It's going to be running the ProTech Games one. Church of the D20 in Loughborough and Mystic Games in Whitney. So if you are going to any of these, if you can, you know, DM me with the results, the breakdown of, you know, the whole Swiss. Top 8s I'll take. Top 4, definitely the players and the heroes that have made it. The finalists and, of course, the winners. Be greatly appreciated. And I'll give you a shout out on the show. So like and subscribe. You know, the like is really important because that shares it with the whole community and tells YouTube, even though we keep messing it up, what it's actually worth a giggle and worth a watch. Anything you want to add, James?
I was considering put a bounty on Benji to win. Like, thinking if I got anything I could give away, if we could get a Benji win for a bit of fun.
You want a Benji win so bad?
I do. He's like, actually, I reckon I've got something. I reckon we could do something cool here. 1 second. Right. I have is a full art Phoenix Flame that I pulled from a box.
Okay.
If someone could get a Benji win this season, obviously let Baz know, let them know your address, and we'll get it sent over. How about that?
That's very kind of you, James.
So up for grabs, 1 Phoenix form, full art from an Uprising box. If someone can get a Benji win this season, we'll send it off to you.
You're just desperate for a Benji on the map.
Oh, mate. Yeah, 100%. Like, got to get it going.
Righty. So we shall see you all next week. Good luck, everybody, and take care. Thank you.
See ya.